How is my $100 homemade studio desk holding up 2 years later? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So as you know, studio desks are pretty expensive, and when I was wanting to upgrade about 2 years ago, I didn't really want to spend all of that money on a new studio desk. So I decided to build my own. And this video is how it's treated me over the last 2 years. A couple years ago, I put out a video of me doing this desk build. The total came to about $100, and that includes the desk, the cable management, and the power strip. It basically included everything you need to do this build. And if you have not seen that video, I'm gonna put the link to it in the description below. And while you're down there, check out other links I have to my music, my Instagram, my website, things like that. It's another way you can support the channel other than just liking this video and subscribing to the channel. But a like and a subscribe is much appreciated. Okay, so a recap of this build. The thing I was looking for is I wanted kind of a low profile, wide setup. I didn't want things towering in front of me. I like the way a low profile setup feels. It feels more open. And I'm already working in not the largest rooms, so the more open I can make it feel, the better. And knowing I was going to eventually add analog gear, I wanted to make sure that the rack and my desk would live well together. And they absolutely do. The desk is mainly built from an IKEA desk, one of their more popular models. But the desk itself would not do the trick because I wanted to have a power management system and cable management system built into the desk. So what did I do for that? So I went to Lowe's and I bought a piece of shelving, painted it black, and screwed it to the back of the IKEA desk. Now what's the purpose of having that shelf screwed to the back of the IKEA desk? That is where I was going to zip the power management system, which is a big old power strip. And on this power strip, there's a bunch of plugs and a couple USB plugs as well. And I have a lot of my system going to that power strip. And for the cable management, what I did with that is I actually use command strips. And when I use them, I kind of unvelcro them, put the cables in there, and then Velcro it back up. That way it's super easy for me to just unvelcro, put a cable in there, Velcro it back up, and there we go. I've not had a single problem with this at all. I'm also not running a million cables through this setup either, but it definitely helps keep the whole setup looking much sharper. So the things that you can find on this desk are my keyboard, my mouse, a big oversized keyboard pad, my keyboard MIDI controller, which is 61 keys, my Focusrite 2i4 second generation, that is the interface I use for my editing computer, and that is part of the playback system, my high-speed Wi-Fi receiver, and a candle. So those are all the things that I have on this desk. So the back plate, the power strip, the cable management, and all those things that I wanted on my desk. And again, I didn't build this with the idea of putting much on the desk and building it up. I wanted to keep it low, keep it pretty minimalist. And I feel like I've absolutely achieved that. Okay, so the pros and cons of this $100 desk build. And before I get into this, you can use this idea and get your own desk, your own power strip, your own cable management system. That's just kind of a rough blueprint of something that you can do and save a ton of money doing it. Okay, the pros. First of all, obviously the price. That is the biggest pro. For $100 to have a desk that has these little things kind of built onto it for cable management and power management, it is fantastic. And it has totally worked a million times better than I thought it would. Another pro of this desk, it is very neutral looking. If you don't know that there's cable management and power management on the back, it looks like just a regular desk. Something you might find in an office. Nothing about it screams I'm fancy or anything like that. It's very neutral. So if the day comes where I ever do go buy a new studio desk, maybe something really nice and fancy, this could just turn into a regular desk. Or I could just sell it. Either way, it's not a specialty desk, so it has many uses in life. So those are the main pros. The price, how well it's actually worked. I've never had a single problem with it. It's versatile if needed. So now let's get to the cons. Really, the first con, which is almost the only con, is it's a little wobbly. If you press against it and push it around, it gives a little bit of wobble. It won't knock anything over, but it's not the most sturdy, solid, never gonna move type of desk. And the wobbliness kind of becomes a problem maybe once a month where I bump into it hard and it wobbles a bunch and my water might not spill over, but might go over the brim of my glass. But other than that, I rarely notice it. Or if I scoop my chair in and hit it really hard against the desk, it'll all kind of wobble and come to a stop. But that's really the only con I can think of. I guess if I had to pick another, sometimes it would be nice, but this is kind of a whole studio con, is if I had my mixing analog gear in front of me, low profile and in front of me, somehow maybe built into the desk, not up, but kind of in front and down. And I know there are a lot of options like that out there, but I think I might like it. I don't know. I really enjoy this desk and I do not see myself getting anything else for quite a while. I feel like all of that money being spent on a desk would be better spent on other analog gear or other pieces of musical gear that I could use and advance myself more. All right, so that is my 2-year, not quite 2 years, more maybe like 19 or 20 months recap on the $100 studio desk build. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you've built your own desk or if you've done something like this. And of course, when I say build your own desk, it's more you modify an existing desk to work for yourself, to work for your needs. Let me know if you actually maybe have built this setup. Either way, thank you for watching. Leave any questions you have below in the comments. And until next time, see you later.